39,000 basis points for the month of December. I'm still very optimistic that trade are still going to work positively for the market before the year ends. So I think by and large we saw that instant change. And also another story that contributed to the drop in the market was Transcorp PLC. A lot of investors are actually taking advantage of the hype of the price that the stock was able to attain. And I think they are taking profit. But for what we're seeing this morning, yes, we are likely to see a change of direction, whereby that stock, the demand are building up once again. We're going to see a situation whereby either today or tomorrow it will be on the upward swing again. But I think the market as it stands right now is still here and there. It's the beginning of a new month, and most importantly, the last month of the year. So we are most likely to see a mixed reaction. But I believe at the end of the day, at the end of the week, we're going to see something more positive happening in the market.
Now, talking about mixed reactions, we actually saw a mixed performance on the Guinness chart. It was a mix of building, construction, and also insurance firms. What drove the numbers for these stocks?
Well, I think largely for the construction, the major one there that actually gave substantially was Costain. There isn't any significant news that is supposed to be responsible for that for now. But I believe Costain is a stock that has traded well above 3 Naira plus this year. At least a good period of time before we had some negative news concerning the stock, and it came down significantly, and thereafter it's going back again. But I think it's just mere speculation that is happening for Costain. For insurance, I think the major one we've seen there is Prestige Assurance, and I think for Prestige, it should be pricing close to 1 Naira. And I believe the investors have seen the intrinsic value in this stock because it's very consistent in their payment. And I think for that reason, investors are looking at it once again and taking position. For the consumer group, we saw some stocks actually moving in that direction. We saw Flaniel, we saw Carbon Media PLC, we saw Manipur. And I think for those ones, we really investors still believe that something can happen. But the only aberrant in that category is Champion Breweries. It actually moved up by 4.95%. But I still think that gain is worthwhile because every indicator in the result that they release is in a negative position. And I think for that reason, investors should take caution concerning that particular stock, Champion Breweries. But I think by and large, the market is still we're still moving on.
Are we going to be seeing profit taking in the last month of the year, knowing fully well that the U-tide is here and a lot of investors may want to make some cash from the marketplace? And how does that contradict your prediction that we may hit the 40,000 point level by the end of the year?
Well, I think, yes, there may be profit taking, but that's going to come significantly from the retail investors. And I think the institutional investors too, they have invested so much, and also the foreign portfolio investors. So invariably, the kind of the quantum of funds being mobilized by the institutional investors and the foreign portfolio investors, to me, is large enough to absorb whatever profit taking that will be coming from the retail investors. So I think the effect of those people may want to sell for 6 months or whatever, they may not really have much impact on the market. So I still believe that institutional investors are still going to position their books so well, such that the year closes very well for them. And that's definitely implying buying more from the market. So invariably, they'll be in a position to absorb whatever excess supply of shares that is coming into the market. So I feel very much optimistic that we will be able to do the 40,000 points.
All right, Rotimi, thank you. Your optimism, we'll keep our eyes on that and see how well that plays out. Thank you for your time on the program.
Thank you.
There has been Rotimi Fakayijo. He's the CEO of Enterprise Stockbroking Firm. It says he is optimistic that the 40,000 point level may be reached by the end of the year. And just to let you know that we got earnings for you at the end of the session on Friday. We got from Champions third quarter earnings. We saw that recording positive growth of 10.4% in its gross income, with a negative growth of 19.8% in its bottom line. Also, we got Ware's fourth quarter earnings report, records profit growth of 1% in its gross income and a positive growth of 15.7% in its bottom line. We'll keep our eyes on these numbers for you as we get them from the stock markets. Okay, let's now go on a break, and when we can return, we will go into our newsroom and, of course, also take you to the global marketplace where we're seeing new developments from the various bourses. Please stick around. Back. If you just joined us, you're watching Business Morning on Channels Television, broadcasting live from Lagos. It's now time to move into our newsroom. Cynthia Ray is right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Bolaji. You look very happy. It's a new month. You should be.
Thank you.
Good morning. Here are the headlines. Efforts are being made by the president to resolve the impasse between the Governors Forum, which has led to defection of 5 governors to opposition political parties. Now, while the president met with the remaining 2 aggrieved governors of Jigawa and Niger State in the conference room of the First Lady last night, Vice President Amadi Sambo met with other PDP governors in House 7. Then it may have taken 2 weeks to decide, but things have certainly played out in Willie Obiano's favor. He's the APGA candidate who's been declared winner of the Anambra State governorship election by INEC. Mr. Obiano polled a total of 180,178 votes, beating his closest rivals, Tony Nwoye of the PDP and Dr. Chris Ngige of the APC. Mr. Obiano's victory was confirmed at the conclusion of supplementary elections organized by INEC in some polling units across 16 local government areas of the state. And Mr. Obiano might be doing some celebrating, but there are some who do not share the APGA candidate's delight at winning the Anambra governorship election. One of his leading rivals and governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Dr. Chris Ngige, has described the entire process as a sham. The former Anambra State governor, who made an unsuccessful bid to return to power, accused INEC of masterminding deliberate irregularities in APGA's favor. Now, on the foreign scene, sadly, it's been yet another violent morning in Afghanistan, as at least 4 policemen have been killed by a suicide bomber who was a truck packed with explosives into a police base. The incident took place in Wardak province, southwest of the capital Kabul, and 17 others were also wounded in the incident. The explosives were detonated as worshippers gathered at the police-based mosque for morning prayers. This is not a first, as members of the security forces are frequently targeted by militants. Well, that's it from me. It's over to you now.
Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia.